on the shadow of an old oak tree where we carved our names so wild and free. The land stretches out like the sorrows I found in the quiet towns where our dreams were bound. There's a scarf you left on the weathered porch rail, flutters like a ghost in the cold north gale. Storm tied down in the folds of your scarf, every gust winds they ache around my heart. Raindrops fall like the tears I've known on the lonely trails where you've gone and flown. Storm tied down but the whispers of the past, bound to a love that was built to last. Walk these roads, dust stirs beneath my boots, past empty cabins with their silence disputes. The sunset bleeds like it knows my mind, over gravel roads to the life I left behind. The saddle's worn where you once rode beside, now it's just shadows that with me ride. Storm tied down in the folds of your scarf, every gust winds the ache around my heart. Raindrops fall like the tears I've known on the lonely trails where you've gone and flown. Storm tied down but the skies they never clear, holding on to a ghost I can't have near. By the creek where the cottonwoods sigh, I remember the stars that filled our sky. Was it the land or was it me that turned you loose, set you free? Now every whispering wind through the grass is a soft, sad song of the love that couldn't last. Storm tied down, oh my heart's wrapped in chains, every memory soaked with the prairie rains. I'll ride this land where the wild winds blow, holding on to a ghost I can't let go. Storm tied down like the echo of your laugh, a cowboy's tale scattered like chaff. In the shade of the old oak tree where our names were carved so wild and free, there hangs a swing, ropes frayed and worn, echoes of laughter now tattered and torn. Beneath whispered leaves we dream away, sunset painted skies at the close of day. The swing bleeds memories old and sweet. In the silence my haunted heart skips a beat. Dust rises with each solitary sway, lost love's melody played on winds that stray. Under that old tree where we once lay, the swing bleeds, the swing bleeds where shadows play. Years rolled like thunder, quiet towns slept through empty cabins, lonesome shadows crept where once laughter danced on gravel roads. Now lies the quiet story untold. That old porch sighs under weight of rain, each drop a symphony of love and pain. The swing bleeds memories old and sweet. In the silence my haunted heart skips a beat. Dust rises with each solitary sway, lost love's melody played on winds that stray. Under that oak tree where we once lay, the swing bleeds, the swing bleeds where shadows play. How I trace the trail back to those days, but time's cruel hand has swept them away. A cowboy wanders with dreams that roam, finding freedom yet far from home. The swing bleeds memories deeper each day, in the echoes of what time can't take away. Dust settles slow where once we did run, under fading trails and the setting sun. Under that oak tree, lost dreams obey the swing bleeds. The swing bleeds as skies turn gray. In the dawn's gray whisper, cold morning flew, with her hair like wildfire and eyes so true. We sit by the creek where the old oak grew. Life was a dream in the misty dew. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm just a shadow on the old byway. The cabin stands empty on Whispering Pine, where we carved our names in the soft sweet rhyme. But the wind sings lonesome across the divide, since you took the sunset, left me behind. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm just a shadow on the old byway. I've wandered the valleys and I've climbed the peaks, worn my boots through the dust of 1,000 streets, but no road I travel could ever compete with the memory of you so wild and sweet. Oh, cold morning, why'd you ride away with my heart in your saddlebag each passing day? The trails grow cold as the skies turn gray, and I'm whispering love to the winds that stray. So here's to the love that rides with the dawn, to the heart that keeps traveling long after it's gone. Cold morning, in my song you live on, in the echoes of old porches till the stars are withdrawn. beneath the boughs of an old oak tree, where the shadows mix with light. That's where I felt your hand in mine in the coolness of the night. We watched the stars play hide and seek on that worn out wooden swing. The wind whispered through the town about the love that spring would bring. Timeless road flew with dreams we made underneath that endless sky. Now I roam through silent shades where our echoes bid goodbye. The saddle's worn, the trail's gone cold, but my heart can't seem to fold on this timeless road where memories hold. You're the story left untold. Stands, but you've gone away. The door creaks along with each sway. Gravel roads where we once walked now just pass where shadows talk. Your scarf still hangs by the porch aside, faded now like the tears I've cried. The rains came down, washed tracks away, left me here with the dust to lay. Timeless road flew with dreams we made underneath that endless sky. Now I roam silent shades where our echoes bid goodbye. The saddle's worn, the trail's gone cold, but my heart can't seem to fold on this timeless road where memories hold. You're the story left untold. But some looks never fade away. I journey on through dusk's embrace, searching still for that sweet grace. Timeless road flew with dreams we made. Love once burned beneath the stars. Now I walk this path alone, guided by the night's old scars. The saddle's torn, my heart's outworn, yet in dreams you're last reborn on this timeless road where I roam forlorn. Part of me will always mourn. In the shadow of the old oak tree, an old house stood and weathered and free. Windows like eyes and heavy with tales, echoes of laughter, old love and wails. I'd tie my mare to the creaking rail, her breath a mist, her cold winter pale. Oh, that old house, it knew my heart, each wooden beam torn apart. In the silence of its empty hall, I hear the whisper of the fall. The wind through the cracks, a lonesome call. Old house rode through shadows and all. Years rolled like dust down a gravel road, her scarf in my pocket, weight of untold. The porch where we danced, now quiet and cold. Memories fading like silver turned old, where laughter rang, now only the winds moan. An empty this saddle, I ride alone. Well, that old house, it knew my heart. Each wooden beam torn apart. In the silence of its empty hall, I hear the whisper of the fall. The wind through the cracks, a lonesome call. Old house road through shadows and all. Beneath the vast, endless sky's hue, I understand now truths few knew. Love's not just the sun, but the rain and the dew. And parting's a path, old but feels new. So that old house, keep my dreams. Wrapped in the silence, sewn at the seams. With every sunset that paints the plains, part of me there forever remains. Oh, that old house, the keeper of my soul's refrains. Rode through the heartache, the memories, the pains. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers bend, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset's end. We danced 'neath starlit skies, so reckless and so young, where our whispers mingled with the songs that coyotes sung. Oh, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down on gravel roads where our dreams had been. Now every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been since my hat flew with the wind. Now the porch swing creaks alone, where your laughter filled the air. Those empty cabins moan with the ghost of every care. The saddle's worn and dry like the tears I've learned to hide on the trails we used to ride. Now I wander far and wide. Yes, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down on gravel roads where our dreams had been. Now sky where the eagle used to soar. I've come to realize I can't hold you anymore. But in the whispering breeze, in the rustling of the leaves, your memory softly weaves through everything I grieve. Still my heart wears a brim, like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down old gravel roads where our dreams had been. Every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been. Oh, how my hat flew with the wind. Guess I'll always be just as lost as that old hat in the wind.
In the hush of dawn's first blush, by the creek where willows weep, I found a scarf light and torn where our love swore to keep. Underneath that old oak tree, carved two names for all to see, now just ghost in the breeze, whispering just to me. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, where warmth once brightly shone. Old saddle hanging untouched tells more than words could say. Since you took that midnight train and life turned shades of gray. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Oh, the rains that came washed some pain, left puddles of the past. But deep in me, the river runs to seas that hold you fast. By the oak, the scarf still flies, a flag of what's no more. In the winds that cross the plains, I hear you close the door. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Though I trek these hills and valleys, through the whispers of your laugh, boots rolled through, and I'm just shadows of the past, catching photographs. Yes, boots rolled through, and my heart's a worn out map of your footpath.
built a porch from barnwood gray, hung wildflowers that never fade. The roof still leaks when the rain gets mad, but you laugh and say, ain't that bad? You read your books by the window frame. I fixed the fence, call the cows by name. We don't talk much about someday, 'cause baby, this is our always. We don't wear rings, we don't toast vows. No preachers here, just creaking sounds of floors that learned our rhythm slow, of hearts that bloom and never show. We don't need promises to steer, just every morning you're still here. Hum that tune with the coffee pot, barefoot dancing in a polka dot. I carve a birdhouse, you paint the stars. We make a home from secondhand parts. There's a note you wrote taped to the wall. Don't forget we got it all. No gold, no fame, no grand parade, just time and breath and love homemade. We don't wear rings, we don't sign names. Our love ain't caught in picture frames, but damn if it don't hold me tight when cold creeps in at the end of night. No forever tattooed in ink, just two old mugs in the kitchen sink, and this one truth that makes it clear every morning you're still here. Some folks chase the fireworks high, but we found magic in bacon and rye, in the way your hair smells in July, and how you whisper stay with your eyes. We don't need crowds, we don't need cheer, just morning light and you still near. No wedding dress, no diamond flare, just flannel shirts and porch or rocking chairs. If love's a home, then we're both keys, and this old life's our symphony. You don't say much, but it's crystal clear every morning you're still here.
Out where the oak tree shadows weave along the creek where I told you to leave, the gravel cracked under your boots so warm there in the dusk of that early morn. Your scarf had danced a farewell in the breeze, left me alone with my memories. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. Porch still creaks, but it's empty now. The door swings loose with a solemn vow. Rain taps on the windows, a sad old tune, under the watch of a cold silver moon. The saddle hangs untouched, it's true, just like the heart you broke into. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. What's left of love when the fire burns out? Just ash gray skies and a heart full of drought. But that old pine box where dreams lay to rest keeps you alive, pounding deep in my chest. so never forgets the laughs, the tears, and those sunset regrets. I walk these roads beneath stars overhead, with you my ghost and the words never said. Every step, every sigh's a desperate plea on this lonely trail where you're still with me.
At the edge where the oak trees meet the sky, I found your scarf, blue as a stormy July. The river band whispered your sweet goodbye under a canvas painted with sunset side. You hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. The porch still creaks like it did before, my boots sound hollow on the wooden floor. Rain taps the windows, but doesn't bring more than the echo of kisses that time can't restore. Hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. In the dust of the trail where our dreams used to lie, I chase the sunset where old lovers sigh, lost in the whispers of a silvery sky. Love's a shadow that never quite says goodbye. So I'll listen for you in the river band's moan among the echo of steps on gravel once known. The heart may wander, but always it's shown wherever I roam. Your memory's my home.
Where the oak tree marks our names, the wind burns, cuts deep like wildfire flames. Here in the whisper of the tall grass beds, your laughter echoes where the horizon ends. We carved our dreams in that old porch wood under stars, believing everything could. Wind burns like the tears we never cried, lost words in the gust of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hold, in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold.
just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. Once the cabin smiled with candlelight, now shadows curl in the corners of night. The gravel roads where we used to roam now lead my weary booster home alone. Rain taps softly on window pane glass in the rhythms of a time that's past. Wind burns like the tears we never cried, lost words in the gusty prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hole in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. So I whisper to the setting sun, forgive all the things we left undone in the twilight. Every shadow, no, we're just prisoners of the winds that blow. Wind burns the trails and I've yet to find fading tracks of the dreams left behind. But in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one more dance where the wind still burns. Yes, in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one last dance where the wind still burns.
Out where the oak tree casts long shadows on a dusty cobblestone maze, there's a cabin with a porch that's weathered. Every storm, every sun-baked day, she laughed there soft like the summer rain, echoing across the plains where wildflowers sway. Her laugh listened to my heart's quiet song, in a world where right often loses to wrong. The sunset weaves through the sky's vast quilt. Her laughter's the home these memories build. Now the gravel roads stretch empty, the town's old laughter a whispered ghost. That oak tree's older heart carved deeply, names fading, love's boast now lost most. The scent of pine, the dust on my boots, every step away from her, my roots. Her laugh listened to my heart's quiet song, in a world where right often loses to wrong. The sunset's embers die in the chill,
laughter's the ghost these hills still feel. Under the vast starlit dome I roam, each star a memory, the sky her tone. Rivers wander, but to the sea they know. Like my heart to her lap, forever it goes. Listened, oh how it knew. The ties that bind the pain of the true. As night claims the colors from the sky's last light, her laughter's the echo in the winds of the night. In the shadow of an oak where the wild rivers bend, I first saw her silhouette as the daylight did wane. By an old wooden porch, laughter danced in the air, and her scarf caught the breeze like a whispered prayer. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild, she made what's broken feel whole. Now the cabin sits empty where once love's fire burned bright. Gravel roads long forgotten under moon's mournful light. The trails we once walked are overgrown, lost to time, and the echo of her footsteps is a ghost in the pines. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild, she made what's broken feel whole. Underneath the vast prairie sky, lay down my weary head. Every star a story, a memory of words we once said. But the wind shift and change, as all seasons must do. Still every whispered wind seems to bring me back to you. So the silence washed away, but her echo remains in the rustling leaves, the pouring rain. As as the sun dips low and the shadows grow tall. Her memory's a melody that softly recalls. Oh, the silence washed away, yet forever she stays in the heart of the wild across timeless days.
Out where the river bends, under the oak shade, we carved our names in the bark, a promise softly made. Beneath the sky wide and blue, your laughter was my cloak. Now only whispers linger where once sweet words you spoke. The cabin by the path where the sun would gently hold now stands untouched and the canyon turned cold. Oh, how the wind cries through the hollow empty space, echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Once this heart was sheltered by your love's untold gold. Now I'm just a whisper where the canyon turned cold. The saddle hangs dusty, the horse long since gone. Like the dreams we once rode on from dusk till dawn. That old porch where we sat now creaks under the weight of memories fading like the light when day meets night's fate. Your scarf caught on the fence post, still fluttering bold, a flag of surrender to the grief I've yet to hold. Oh, how the wind cries through the hollow empty space, echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Once this heart was sheltered by your love's untold gold. Now I'm just a whisper where the canyon turned cold. Sometimes in the silence the gravel road sighs, and I swear it's your voice neath the moon's watchful eyes. But daylight comes stealing all the night's gentle grace, leaving just the traces of your once familiar face. Oh, how the wind cries through the hollow empty space, echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Was it just a whisper or your call returning home? Here in the silence where the canyon turned cold, the trail fades away under time's relentless mold. A story untold where the canyon turn cold.
Out on a road where the gravel's worn thin, past the oak tree where our names are carved in. Old cabin shadow under that crimson sky holds the ghosts of your laughter and the tear I never saw you cry. Memory bleeds on the edges of my mind, old scarves in the wind, dusty trails left behind. Each sunset burns just like the kiss we shared on that old porch swing. Oh, how we were unprepared. Now the town's just a whisper where joy once danced free. Empty streets echo footsteps, just my shadow follows me. Saddle's wearing thin from the journey since you're gone. In the silence of the high plains, even the wind sounds forlorn. Memory bleeds on the edges of my mind, fading past where our dreams were once entwined. Sunsets still burn, but they don't warm me like before. In this quiet town, love doesn't live here anymore. Underneath the wide blue, where the hawks circle and die, I've learned to be alone, learned how memories survive. Like the rain through the dust, washes clean the sorrow's trace. Yet in every drop, seems I find some echo of your face. Memory bleeds, oh, it's the heart's ceaseless cry under vast skies where old passions never die. Yet each sunset that burns, in its fading light I see the beauty of letting go, though part of you stays with me. And the wind whispers low, a ballad of the breeze. Memory bleeds, oh, memory bleeds.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, she laughed under sunbeams through the breezes that blow. We carved our names slow in the height of the wood, promised forever in that old neck of the woods. Her scarf in my pocket, her touch soft as rain, in that dusty old cabin, now silent again. Dust closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Years tumbled like tumbleweeds past porches and gates. Her laughter's a ghost in the town that time ate. Where once we danced close, only shadows now sway. The dust settled thick where boots used to lay. An old saddle empty by the door stands alone. Every creak in the board moans for love that's long gone. Dust closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Oh, I've roamed far and wide under vast starry skies, but her whisper rides the wind through the silence it flies. Each town feels too crowded. Every road leads me back to the dust-covered memories, the love that I lacked. Dust closed her eyes, and it's there she'll remain, bound up in the soil, in the sun, in the rain. As the night curtains fall and the loneliness cries, with the dust in my throat, I'll remember her eyes. Though the trails all grow cold and the songs all unplayed, in the dust closed her eyes, where my heart's ever stayed. Guitar strum a farewell as the sky turns to gray. A cowboy sings softly as the daylight slips away.
Out by the oak tree, where the wildflowers sigh, I first saw her smile with the sun in her eyes. Under that broad sky, where our dreams used to fly, her laughter would linger like clouds in blue skies. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart rides the wind where her memory entwines. The cabin sits empty, the doors open wide, like the gap in my heart since she left my side. The path's overgrown where we once used to tread, through meadows and moonlight, where our promises were said. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart against the wind, where her memory entwined. Now the sunset bleeds red over land she once roamed. This cowboy's alone, his heart's without home. No more her soft whisper, just the wind's lonely sound. But her scent in the rain on this parched, dusty ground. His shadow hides where our old dreams lie asleep, in the rustle of leaves, in the secrets they keep. Through the whispers of time, down the trails that unwind, his soul's tethered still to the love left behind. Let his heart ride the wind, let her memory entwine in the shadows and dust where the past can't resign. His shadow hides, and with each setting sun, feels everything deep, yet says nothing, rides on.
Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone, with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with a share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest, in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side. sleep, she carved our names in the bark so deep. Underneath that old oak tree, her laughter rang wild and free. The dusty trails knew our wandering souls. In the town where the church bell tolls, we danced through nights under starry lights, her voice in the wind holding me tight. But now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, faded and worn, and every sunset that bleeds into night whispers her name, her voice held tight. The years rolled like a lonesome freight through empty cabins and hearts that wait, where once her boots by the doorway stood, now just echoes in the silent wood. The gravel roads, they all remember her smile in the fire's dying ember. But time it took, what I held dear left me with shadows when I reached disappear. Now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, weathered and torn, and every sunset that bleeds into night cries out her name, her voice held tight. Beneath the vast unyielding skies, I see her eyes in the stars that rise, and though I roam through this endless plight, her soul's the lantern in my night. Still the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, threads bare and shorn. As the twilight concedes to the night, I hold her close, her voice held tight. In the quiet whispers of the night, forever her voice, forever held tight.
Out where the oak tree shadows lie deep, I found her scarf, faded red, left to keep under that old sky where our dreams used to fly. By the dusty trail where boots closed her eyes, we carved our names in the bark, wild and free, promises whispered soft as the breeze. She laughed under moonlit canvases wide. Now nothing but echoes where her laughter once thrived. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails, they win like the tears I've denied, since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. There's an old porch swing swaying, untouched and alone, like the heart in my chest. It creaks and it moans. Where we used to sit, the world seemed just right. Now it's just shadows stretching long into the night. The gravel roads whisper with each step I tread, speaking of days gone and the love that they bled. Her memory is a ghost town, a story gone cold, in a cabin of silence where truth remain untold. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails, they wind like the tears
years I've denied. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. And I wander these hills like a spirit in flight, chasing shadows and dust from the morning till night. But her whispers of wind I'll never outrun, a part of the land, the moon and the sun. So Boots closed her eyes, and I bid my farewells to the dreams we once chased through these valleys and dales. May the stars hold her softly, may the prairie sing wide, while Boots sleeps beneath them, and I keep the ride. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes, oh, since Boots closed her eyes, my heart never flies, just circles above where our old love lies. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes.